Welcome back to Sprague Homestead. So today, we normally have a top 5 something on Tuesdays, but there's almost too much goodness going on here. So we saved a few things from a dumpster. Now, an acquaintance of mine down in Klamath Falls, which is about 40 miles or so from us, was dispersing out a lot of equipment, a lot of farming equipment, I would call it. And his father-in-law had passed away. His mother-in-law was downsizing, basically selling the house and all that. And his father-in-law did a lot of farming, a lot of hay equipment, a lot of everything else. So we went yesterday and brought a trailer out there, trying to help with a lot of equipment that he was trying to sell. So we're trying to get a good evaluation on the quality, the maintenance, prices, everything else, just to kind of keep an eye on it. So they had this big pile of stuff sitting out there and said, well, it's all going in the garbage. If there's anything you want out of there, just go ahead and load it on the trailer and take it. And that's why we took a trailer. He told me ahead of time, bring a trailer because I got a big pile of stuff you guys probably want to look through. So what I've got behind is stuff on a trailer, plus the Suburban is full, and Nikki and I are going to unload it, and we'll kind of show you all the stuff we saved basically from the garbage.
So one thing we got was this 8-foot drag harrow. I've been looking for one of these forever. And we had offered to buy it, and then we kind of had backed out because we were uncertain about some stuff going on with Kanan's job and the economy. So he called and he basically said, just come get it. Otherwise it's going to scrap. Because to him, it doesn't look like much of anything. To me, it's farming gold. So it was a little heavy. We got it up on the trailer, and the tines look great. It's rolled tines out, which is made it a little difficult to get it on, but yeah, it looks good. Can't wait to get it off the trailer and take it down to the field and see what I can do with it. So we also got a whole bunch of railroad ties. Now some of these are rotted on the inside, so they're probably not going to be anything more useful than like gravel edging around the barn to kind of keep the gravel from spreading. Some of them, however, are pretty heavy, pretty solid yet, that we can use for fence posts around here. We ended up with 15 of them, and I think about half of them are going to be fence post quality and the other half are just going to be edging. But you know, he said come take them, and we thought, well, we'll make them work. And then while we were there, he said, hey, you want some baling wire for an old baler? And I said, well, I can't really do anything with it. Well, then I got looking at it, and I thought, this stuff looks like it's going to be great to do my my lines to hold up my berry plants this year. So we went ahead, and he said, well, there's 2.5 boxes. You got to take them all if you take it. So I was like, all right. So we got 2.5 boxes of baling twine, probably more than I actually need. It's heavy enough. I'm going to try and use it for corner bracing on some of the fences. We'll have to double it up a little bit more than I would on thinner or on heavier wire, but it kind of is what it is. And then there was a good part of a roll of barbed wire fencing just sitting there that they didn't need. And then the other fencing is like a short roll of 2x4-inch no climb is what it looks like. So I might do something to make a little goat, or not goat, but goose run out to get the geese back outside, because they've been inside all winter due to, you know, the bobcat activity. So that's what's on the trailer.
So some of the things that we got that were not on the trailer but were in the Suburban were something like some feeders for chicks or chickens. That would be great. We can use those. Got some extra pieces in there. Got some extra netting that we could probably use to make some cages or something like that Nikki can use. A couple things I'm really excited for basically car stuff, in my opinion. A mechanic's creeper who's literally going to toss this out, and all it is it's muddy. I had to leave my other one in Mississippi, and so I was really kind of disappointed I never got one back. And well, you can't beat a free one. The wagon itself, you can see this is I don't know how old it is. I think it's been repainted though. The guy we got this stuff from, or the owner, was a real John Deere aficionado. So I think this has been repainted, but I'm going to sand this and restore that back down to maybe in a red or something fun. You've got a broody box, so if you have a chicken that's kind of laying eggs in a weird spot, you can just take that box and literally just set it over top to protect her in the nest. You've got a scale here, which Nikki wants to use either for turkeys or to weigh goat kids when they're born, so we can do that. This is something I thought would be handy. It's just a floodlight. I mean, it was garbage, so you might as well take it, right? You've got some horseshoe hangers, kind of like this, and I thought this would be good for the tack room at one of the barns. You could just hang stuff off of, like lead ropes or anything else. Got a small pitchfork, which I'm pretty excited about because Nikki and I have to fight over the one we have now, so this one is going to be great. I think it's a little smaller than what I would use in the barn, so this will be perfect for Nikki up here in the garden elsewhere. And we don't have to fight over it anymore and ask, where's the pitchfork? This I'm really not sure what it is. It's got some carvings in it and the leather in that, so it might be like a leather chalice. I'm not sure. It might go really good for some Halloween costume or something.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
I think it's a seat. It's missing the legs. It's one of those camping stools, I bet.
I wondered if it was a seat, but I thought the chalice was a little bit funnier.
A chalice is a cup, honey. Are you talking about a chastity belt type thing?
Maybe. All right, so some of these feeders here, I think we're going to get maybe to use for turkey pens. So these actually hang. You would hang these versus, normally they have legs on the bottom. We are going to actually hang these on the inside of the cages using these hooks. These would be great for turkey feeders. They're almost too big for chickens, but something like a turkey or something like that would be really good there. Now, this year we have really been looking for stuff to spread seed with. So just couldn't find anything we really liked. So Nikki goes and buys stuff, and then sure enough, she gets one of these bag seeders that you put over there and turn the handle, and it basically spits out seeds. So now we have 3 of these because we have bought a bunch. Goes over here. We think this one's a quail, but it can be used for rabbits or quail or something like that. But it's just a carrier, just a small self-constructed carrier with the drop pan. Good stuff here.
So while Kanan was looking at all this fun stuff, of course I snagged the broody box, there were a couple of things that kept catching my eye, like, what is that? And it was these big metal pieces, and I thought, I have no idea. So they are really dirty. They were this one in particular was laying open and upside down. And as I got looking at it, this is what I saw laying in the dirt, I thought, what in the world is that thing? And the more I looked at it, the more I realized it is a very old incubator. So I don't know yet if it works. I'm going to obviously have to play with it and see if it actually works. But it's got a screen for setting the chicks on. It's got the heating element. And the thing that really clinched it for me, that's what I was looking at, it's got a view window. If you've ever incubated, most of them have a view window, and it's actually got an on-off dome. So in theory, when this thing is working, it ought to light up and tell me that it's on. So I'm going to have to clean it all up, go through it, see if it still works. The cord's there. To kind of give you an idea how old it is, most incubators I have are 3-prong. This thing is an old 2-prong cord. So going to have to see if it actually works. The cord looks good and kind of go from there. So once I saw that, the fellow that we were over there hanging out with said, oh, hey, you got to look at this thing. So it was wrapped in plastic. I'd been looking at this, wasn't sure what it was. But we unwrapped this beauty, and what this thing is a really old brooder. It's a brooder box. So it's got the wire grates in the side to keep the chicks in. It's got a wire floor. The top's coming out. This one in particular has not only a light but a heat bar, and it's got a curtain. So what this does is it kind of separates the brooder into 2 spots. So it's got metal covers all the way across. I looked at a newer version of this years ago, and they were kind of expensive, and I've always wanted one. So for us, it pulls too much wattage. So I'm going to end up having to basically pull the bar out and do something different. But I think I'm going to be able to use it. So while we were looking at this one, and it's got a pull-out tray for cleaning and the whole 9 yards, it dawned on me that that's what this thing is too. So this one is even older. And this one actually looks like it's been used. That one's so new, I'm not even sure if it's been used. So the covers come off. Now the bad thing is, this one is missing 2 out of its 3 grates. We looked through the pile, couldn't find them, so I'm thinking I'm just going to have to wire something up. And we actually think the bulb placement used to be here, and they've put it in through the side now. So I'm probably going to end up pulling this piece off, reworking it a little bit, and see if I can make this thing work. If not, I might just clean it up and sell it. I'm not sure if I need 2 of them or not, but really cool pieces of history that were about to go in the garbage. So I'm hoping that they're both going to work, and that I can refab them a little bit and make them work for us.
So it's hard to believe that all that stuff literally was free. It was scrap. They were going to throw it in the garbage, and we had enough knowledge to know that that stuff has value, at least to people like us that
Yeah.
are looking for vintage fun stuff like that we can clean up, reuse, repurpose, and that. So good find for us. Hard to believe it was free, other than we literally had to just drive in and get it. Now, they did have some other equipment for sale. They had 2 John Deere tractors, a wood splitter, cutters, rakes, a wire baler, Chevy truck, and a big F600 flatbed that they used for cutting firewood and hauling firewood and that. So once this video's up, if you look on our Homestead Facebook page, I have pictures of everything up there, of all the other stuff that was there. So you guys can look through there and ask questions if you need to. Just check it out there. Too hard to put in video and all that, so we can at least help you with that. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I got a lot of work ahead of me.
We have a lot of work ahead of us getting this stuff ready to go, but those fencing items and that we will definitely put to very good use around here. So with that, we'll bid you adieu and happy homesteading. We'll see you later from Sprague Homestead.